Trustees Donna Lasinski, Andy Thomas, and Deb Mexicotte have a combined 22 years of service on the Ann Arbor Public Schools Board of Education. They put the needs of students ahead of personal agendas, often making challenging decisions and advocating in Lansing on behalf of public education. Their leadership helped pass a variety of bond issues, which have provided the funding for new and updated facilities and expanded educational opportunities. Board decisions have also helped maintain and expand the district's fund balance despite challenges in state funding. Most importantly, board actions have maintained a quality educational experience for students that led to the largest growth in enrollment in Michigan over the last 3 years. While the board acts together as a single body, each individual trustee plays a unique role in the overall success of the team.
Donna is the accomplisher. She gets things done when she is determined to do something.
Bold fighter. She's bold, she's independent, she's fierce, she's relentless, and just immersed herself in the history of our budget, the nuances of our budget, the line items, the legalities around that budget. And so she really had the shortest learning curve I've ever seen.
She is a selfless leader, and her commitment to our students has been everything from advocating for things at her children's elementary school, getting a library, but that's just a small example.
Her ability to work through the numbers was just awesome.
She was not afraid to go and talk with folks, to learn more, to ask questions, as well as to listen to the need that's out there.
She participated in anything that any building asked her to participate in. She asked all the right questions to make sure that all students were involved. That was her whole thing. She wanted equity all the time.
Hardworking. There's nobody that will outwork Donna Lasinski.
I think of testosterone when I think of Trustee Thomas. Poor thing, he was the single lone male among 6 women.
If you remember, Andy came to us after having lost a wife, mother of his child, and a lot of guys would have, done a cocooning thing, being at home with his child, but Andy decided to give more of not only himself, but of his time with his son. And so he showed a commitment to a lot of kids, not just his son.
When questions came in from parents regarding problems that their children were facing, he would make sure that he answered those letters, that he would answer the phone calls, that he would bring it to us.
He would read the newspaper and immediately reach out to leadership on the board for us to call an emergency session to come together and take on Lansing and take on the punitive policies that were coming out of our legislature.
He will make sure that all the questions are asked. He will go through each document, each presentation, and if there was something that was not asked, he would ask it.
It's just because he speaks his mind. It's often funny in some of the analogies that he uses, but he also gets his point across in a way that is sincere, with a little bit of wit as well. One of the examples that's beyond board service is the foundation grant he set up on behalf of his late wife that focuses on reading literacy. So that's just another avenue that Andy serves children.
He led gently sometimes and boldly in other times, but we knew when he spoke, we needed to listen.
Deb is our synthesizer.
A fierce warrior.
Stalwart would be the adjectives that I think best describes President Mexicotte.
Someone who's able to stand in a storm, a relentless storm.
We've had to really try to protect and keep our district strong, and we've had to do a lot of hard things to make sure we're making the right decisions.
She wants to make sure that every student's need is met.
She brought a sense of history. She had been in the district a long time, as well as myself.
And for me, coming in brand new 2 years ago, I learned an awful lot from Deb.
She does a lot of behind-the-scenes work to keep things moving forward, making sure we understand all the nuances and details of some of the key decisions that we have coming before us.
To listen and to see how she worked through some of the really difficult topics that we had to work through were wonderful things.
And the results are evident. We're very strong. Our foundation allowance is strong. Our student enrollment is growing. We have options and abilities to invest in education and innovation in a way that our students really need. And we're really fortunate to be able to do that. And a lot of that is due to President Mexicotte.
I feel like our schools, our district, our community, and most importantly, our children are better today than they were before, thanks to the efforts of Trustees Lasinski, Mexicotte, and Thomas. And for that, trustees, we are all so incredibly grateful.